right? You're normally asleep at that time, or going to sleep if you're Amma. So we'll get Azox versus Pex for the first 1v1. The good luck have funs are in chat. Are we live?
Yes.
For this first match. All right, round number 1 is underway on this wonderful map of Hard Dance by Roxy, as Azox has the lead over Pex for the current moment. Pex could come back here. You did tell me that he has the world record on this map. You could tell us what that time was in just a little bit, as Azox has a wonderful lead over Pex right now. Pex wants to join back in though. He wants to get into the fray. He wants to get into the lead, and he'll take it away, taking over 1/10 of a lead out of Azox there, and he's gonna get even more speed. The risky lines, and he loves those risky lines, as Katsumi now has a wonderful little jump left. It's so close, but it's 2/100ths of a second that will separate Pex from Azox. What a good round.
Yeah, a very good round to start it all off with here. Azox almost taking the point, but of course Pex has the world record here, as you've mentioned it correctly. A 54.694 is the time, the target time, if you want to beat the world record. So very nice time there, but also good first round, low 55 times. That's why we want to start it all off with here. And let's go into the next round. Let's spectate Azox, who's also like really implementing himself into the Trackmania tech scene. I remember him playing the Gamers Assembly Halloween edition, where he was playing against Tween and also I think it was Ratchet in a semi-final, and he barely missed out on the grand final. Or like he has done a great performance, and he shows us why he is playing this 1v1 0.10 ahead of Pex. Very nice approach there as well. Look at those clean lines, and this could be the first sub 55 if he continues like that. Very, very nice to see that from Azox, and with that, he also clears the ending quite nicely, but Katsumi comes a bit closer, aka Pex, but it's not enough for him to overtake him. But look at that, he saved the ending actually, and still got himself a 0.234. So now the scoreline is 1-1, and of course we play to the point limit of 7. So Azox 1, and also we have Pex 1 point.
I don't think he's saved. I don't know if you noticed that little bit of lag as Peems joined in, but these players are joining in mid-match. I mean, that's kind of BM, to be fair. That is not too fun, because it does lag the game for everyone. I do believe that's why he did slow down quite a bit at the end, though, because of Peems joining in. What is Peems doing, actually? Isn't he playing for Orcs GP Noonlons? What is he doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, they should just not join in match, because I get lagged. Yeah. It's not good, and I'm also gonna say something after that in the chat. Pex,
there you go, Pex. He's in the lead right now with Azox in second place, but he's got a much more inside line and has caught up due to how short his line to that turn was, and he's got a better exit as well. Out of the second to last corner, in the final corner now. Oh, there's more speed for Pex, and he'll snipe it right at the end. Well done by Pex. Another great round. Now, hopefully, we don't see more players joining in mid-round.
Yeah, well, I just said that in the chat, but of course I don't expect any reaction, but just to make aware, because that's what you don't do. You join during a map switch, but for everyone who doesn't know how the join lag works, it doesn't always occur when you just join the server. It can, but it can also occur a bit later. So it doesn't matter if you just join in when the round ends. The join lag can also occur when you just come onto the server, like when the loading has ended for you. So that's why you usually only join in a map switch, because then everything will be loaded up. But well, that was a very good round and a nice ending there from Pex here. As we go into the next round, he gets a really good approach there, and that looks very nice. Look at that, 1 car length, but also a good approach in that midsection here from Pex. And also Azox with a clip there, so he will be dead in this round. The first mistake even in this sub-match after just 3 rounds, if I was recalling it correctly. So very good and high voltage driving here from the players, and he takes the 3rd point, 55.035, also a very nice time, only 0.34 away from the world record, and that is very nice. Azox on 2nd, but it doesn't matter. So 3rd point for Team MnM.
Yes, it is 3-1 in favor of MnM right now, and if you think about it right now, it is quite funny that Pex gets the fastest time of the match so far when Azox crashes. I mean, Azox really tried to keep up with him, as well, Pex, he will hit himself, And so now it's all down to Azox to win this one. This one really is his to lose. And there's no reason for him to lose this one. He can save this. He can easily put this one to bed without too much risk. And just maybe lose 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, you know. That is doable. But right now, he's actually pushing quite hard. And faster than Pex altogether when it comes to his current time. Maybe Pex is just not driving at full capacity, but it definitely is Azox also pushing at the same time. So Azox right now brewing in a good time. Let's see what it's going to come out to. Is he going to beat that 55-0? Oh, he ties it 55-09 on his part, as that is a 3-2 lead now for MnM, but it's very, very close.
Yeah, very good 1v1 here already, 2-3. No player is really, or every player is giving everything that they have got in that tank, and that copium tank. 2-3, let's hope that they can keep it up as we have the next round number 6, Azox versus Pex. It is Shift versus MnM2, and right now MnM2 is leading 3-2, but ever so slightly. Azox with a beautiful start there, going into the lead, 0.15 of a second. Look at that. Okay, a little bit less here. Yeah, he's coming a bit closer. Very nice approach there from Pex. Also look at that, 1 car length, just tearing them apart, and we have the ending coming up. Checkpoint number 7, make it checkpoint number 8 now, but he didn't really have the best line there, so it is Azox extending his lead here, 2.1 of a second, 0.2 even. Great amount of speed. Azox not clipping this time around as well, so we have this long slide as well, has been cleared nicely, and only the ending left. This looks to be another great time from Azox. This guy is just improving and improving over and over again, and he will make it, even though that was quite wonky. 55.10. And the next point, that is very good.
Oh man, that is great out of Shift, and now we're tied at 3. Azox and oh my Pex are just so close with each other, and this really shows us how good they are. 6 rounds have been played so far. This one is the 7th, and we've got ourselves only 1 mistake on both sides. So 5 rounds out of 6 where these guys have been perfect so far. Over 80%, very, very clean races out of all of these guys. And 55.0 to 55.2 has been the times that we've seen. And these guys are absolutely consistent with these times as well, without even crashing. Azox takes the lead from Pex, and he's now quite ahead by a bit, but Pex just does not give up at the current moment. He's behind by a bit, but he could catch up. We've seen him catch up before, but at the end here, this turn is definitely Azox's turn. Oh, but that's Pex with more speed. Oh, he's got more exit speed. Can he snipe? Oh, he definitely will. Nice snipe by Pex. What a time by both guys. And another good, great round from both of them, both with 55-0.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is tag at its finest. That is how the pinnacle of tag looks like. Very nice performance from both Azox and also from Pex. They're not moving away, but it just seems that Azox doesn't have the best ending section here, so that is very nice to see. And let's go into the next round as no one makes a mistake here. Azox with a great start, 1 car length ahead, but it is Pex with a wider approach, looking quite nice here. But Azox still leading up to a cracked start, but also a little bit of a mistake here from Pex. But he comes back with a wider line, more speed in this long downhill sector. So very, very close round still between them. 0.05 of a second coming into the drop down here where you really want to hold the gear and also the speed. Azox almost clipping there again. There's this long left-hander again that we have to stay focused on, but Azox is not getting the nose slide unlike his opponent, so he will take that round. But again, a very good and close round. This could be another low 55 or even a 54. It is a 54.90. What do you mean? What a time by Azox, tying up the score again, 4-4.
Oh man, and Azox just punching high, giving a nice uppercut there, nearly a 0.8, so close to it. He wanted to skip that 0.9, didn't he? He wanted to show us what a good time looks like, and that's definitely how you do it right there. As, oh man, Azox makes a mistake right afterwards. It seems like when you make a good time, you crash right at the beginning right afterwards, huh? That seems to be the trend for both of these players, but not too many crashes for either. They've only made 2 crashes so far in these first 9 rounds. Very well played from these two great racers. As right now Pex has a big lead of his own. Ooh, he clips. Will this be a catch-up from Azox? He will catch up slightly, but it's not going to be enough. Not whatsoever. There's still 1 second here for Pex to have a lead over Azox. So unless he failed the ending here, which I doubt he does, but it would give Azox the lead if he did. He will not fail the ending, but at 56.0, normally we're used to that 55.0. I think that's the slowest winning time we've seen so far.
Yeah, we are a bit spoiled here as well, right? I mean, with those times, that is quite a bummer to just see a 56, but even a 56, I think I couldn't even beat that time, even though I'm not bad on tech. Maybe after some practice, but that is a very good time from Kazumi, because he has made that mistake, and now he has made another mistake, so I think this will be the next point for Azox, tying up the score again. Like, it's 4-5, a very close match. Azox just showing what he is capable of doing against Pex. That is very nice to see that he's not giving up, because Katsumi, aka Pex, has the world record here, which is really nice. But Azox is playing very well as well, so we just have to say that without him haven't even won the match. So just to take that into consideration, Azox clipping there, and it is actually Katsumi. Pex with more speed, but he also makes that mistake. So again, a very, very mistake-hefty round, but Azox takes it, maybe with a little bit of luck. Oh god, dude, that was also very close as well there. So Azox with the victory. Very, very close round, XDD round indeed. And 5-5 or 6-4. That was a very important round though for Azox to win, but also for Pex.
Oh man, that could have been 6-4. Think about that, right? Pex just hits the wall as he goes for the overtake. I don't know if he's playing with cars on, but that definitely looked like he just wanted to overtake on the inside, right? Forgetting that these cars are just ghosts and wanting to go for that overtake on the tightest line possible. Yeah, man, the clip out of Azox kind of helped him in that case if that was indeed what happened. But Pex right now, with every time he takes a step forward, he then takes a step back. And when he doesn't take that step back, it's just Azox really taking a massive step forward and winning those rounds. But it's always Pex getting the first lead point and Azox tying it afterwards. Can Azox break that lead that he now has given to Pex? Yes, he can, because Azox has the lead for quite a bit. Oh, it's more inside for Pex, but more speed for Azox, and it is an amazing time for both of them, and a good round, another sick round. In fact, it's not even just good, it's great.
It's a great round, and this how the tables have turned. Shift is leading 6-5. It's not looking to be a good day for MnM after getting clean swept 6-0 in the previous match. Of course, that was the first team, but now it is Azox who wants to continue with the bad news for MnM. But we still have 2 more rounds to go. Maybe we're gonna go into a decisive round number 13. Right now it looks to be like that, but Azox is not too far behind. 0.05 of a second. And Azox also not with the best apex here, but look how close Pex went there to the wall, but he's still alive, and I think he's on a crack time. This could be a 0.8 or even a 0.7, but let's say hello to Azox, but he had to release as well. But both actually with a small mistake there by the looks of it. It's a very tight round again. 3,000 are tearing those players apart. Will Azox take that round? We have Pex with a better line. Azox has to push it in the ending. We have 1 more turn to go. Pex with a good approach. Azox also doing it very nicely, but Azox with a less release timing. But Pex finishing more to the left, but it's not enough. 13,000 of a second. So many things have happened there at the ending, but Azox beats the world record holder and takes the first point for Team Shift. And what a great 1v1 was that, quantumdeathcat.
That was an absolute sick 1v1. It was separated by nothing, right? By hundreds, if not thousands of a second, nearly every single round. You saw it right there. They were separated by 13 milliseconds. There was nothing there really to separate them. Both of them made small mistakes, but that does not matter in the end, because what does matter is who finishes first. And I mean, so little mistakes happen in this, right? Like, we talked about how many mistakes normally happen in matches like this. This one had a low amount of mistakes,
yes,
especially for a 1v1. And both of them gave us quite a show, and that is quite the warm-up that we get to see for this map.
And to make it a bit more controversial, it is what Trackmania Granding has declined to play for seasons because matches can be that close, also in multi-style. Yeah, let's just say like that. But now we of course gonna see it back. I don't want to open the controversy here, but tag is probably one of the closest and best styles to watch because it's so highly developed. But hey, let's go into the next one. We have the 2v2 coming up. It is shift leading 1-0. So MnM has to bring themselves on the scoreboard, or they have to win both 3v3s that will be played afterwards and reward the team with 2 points. Barbos and Voltais will play for team shift, and we have Nawi and also Kyoko playing for team MnM. Whew.
Oh man, well that was one hell of a first round on the first map. Now we're on to the 2v2s with Barbos and Voltais playing up against Navi, and I do believe it was, who was it that came in shortly
Kyoko.
after? Was it Kyoko? Okay. Yeah, so
Name
Kyoko,
that is hard to pronounce.
I mean, he's a lot easier to pronounce in French, to be fair, right? Because then it does become Kyoko, but at that point it doesn't sound English at all, right? Which,
yes,
when you're trying to cast in English, I mean, for me, I'm French and English, right? So I can cast both. I'm pretty decent, I would say, right? Because Begenius tells me to cast in French, and I cast in English most other times. So it's, I'm pretty much mixed, right? So it allows me to be able to speak both languages when I cast, and on top of that, when I speak in French, I use a lot of anglicisms. So I can speak in English with a very French accent, so I could just say a French word in English with a very French accent, and people will just think that I'm speaking in French when, well, I'm speaking in English just with a really bad French accent.
Yeah, imagine both of those languages are not your native language. I mean, of course,
man, yeah.
So sometimes I just hate that because, you know, I'm studying English and I know, or I think in English, and my English is not bad because I'm just using it so often, but there is just some words that I sometimes just don't know that in German are like, zack, you know, I just have them in my mind. And that's what I hate, not being a native speaker in English, because I would like to be that, but I'm not.
I was really lucky to be born to a father who didn't speak French but spoke English and Italian, and to a mother who didn't speak English and only spoke French.
So you know Italian, English, and French, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just a bit of Italian. I didn't keep the Italian for too long, and I don't speak it day to day with anyone, so sadly I've lost most of it. But the English, I learned it quite well, and because of that, because I went to French school when I was young, and I would speak better English than the English teacher.
Oh, that's very cool, actually. That's very nice. I mean, I know those moments, but this then a German teacher teaching English, you know, or like a German speaking person teaching English, just dropping informations, and I'm just cringing in the back. But hey, we're gonna start with a 2v2 here. Point number 5, no tennis mode enabled, and we already see the first mistake from Barbos. We have Kyoko and also Navi playing for Team MnM, and Voltais has to win this round in order to force a tie. So that's why we play till the point number 5, because ties are just more frequent in a 2v2 format, because 1 + 4 = 3 + 2. That is quick maths, and that is also logical, but Voltais is actually gatekeeping here MnM of granting themselves the first point. Nawi and Kyoko cannot get there quite yet, and Voltais will take it with a 55.4, so not the fastest time, but a safe time into the finish, which is more important than just crashing at the end and maybe getting a good time. So Barbos gets last, Voltais first, and that is a draw.
Yeah, we're starting off with another draw, and that is a good way to start because we get to gauge how fast these players are and just how these players can do as... Oh, we have a false start here.
We have a pause right now.
Yeah, a small little pause in between that. Someone actually pointed out in chat, I actually forgot I did this last week for TAO. When Carl Jr. was on finalist mode, I asked Zapdos, who was casting with me, if I could cast one round in French, because he had sent all of his French viewers to Trackmania Esports.
Okay.
And so for the final round, I wanted to cast in French for them.
That's cool.
And it was very beautiful. A lot of the French guys really appreciated it. I think it's very nice to be able to cast them both, right?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you could cast them in German, but I feel
would
like
cringe.
that would be pretty cool. You would cringe?
Yeah.
I mean, it does take practice, right? Because for me, it's taken years to get to this point, to be able to cast it like I can in English, right? And I'm gonna need just as much time to perfect my French as much as I have my English.
But that's normal though. But let's talk about the match here, because Barbos and Voltais are in first and second, and again we have one player making a mistake. I mean, what means again? Barbos has made that mistake, but now they're looking to redeem themselves, because now actually Barbos is on a good time by the looks of it.
Yeah, Barbos is actually on a really good time. Voltai is right behind him. Navi is in third, and Kyoko finding himself all the way down in fourth, a little too far behind to do anything very important, as that's a 55.05 for Barbos. Very, very nice time. But yeah, that's a nice round win for Shift. They'll take the first point as well.
Yeah, first point after the break. So MnM maybe a bit out of the loop now. I hope that they can come back from that as we go into the third round, because the first one was a draw and then we had a small break, and the second one has been won by Shift. All right, let's see, maybe a round without mistakes, as we see, and now we had to release a bit. Maybe he has to navigate himself a bit better during the turn, through the turns, as he's a bit behind, also clipping the penalty grass a little bit too much, so he's 0.17 away. Voltais and Barbos, however, not with the best amount of speed compared to Nawi, as he's coming closer, but also Kyoko with not the best turn, so it's a very evenly distributed race. Again, Kyoko with a very inside approach, so we will not have as much speed as Nawi and also as Barbos, but look at that. Barbos still holding strong, 0.08 of a second in between them, but Barbos had a good ending section beforehand, wants to avoid the wall. They're going so close there to the wall indeed, but he is alive, and this will probably be another draw if the positions will stay like that, because Voltais is so far behind, but he's still able to finish, since the finish timeout is 15 seconds, and he will do so indeed, just doing it safe, releasing, jumping into the ending, and zack, first and last for Team Shift. This time Voltais has made that mistake, and no point for MnM thus far.
No points whatsoever, even though Voltais and Barbos have both made their mistakes, right? At some point, the other just steps up to the plate when it is their turn to win the round, and they can do it. Now it's all down to MnM really onto winning a round, right? Because they haven't done so yet. They have not won either of the 3 rounds so far, so they need to get onto that. They need to be able to do so. Navi's made a small mistake, but Kyoko is right next to them, and is he able to get in front of Shift? No, in fact, the wall gets in front of him before he gets in front of Shift. Now both of the MnM boys have hit into the wall, and this is quite easy for Barbos and Voltais to just safe it home, bring it home, like England should have done, but they sadly didn't. Barbos in first with Voltais in second. Voltais is full safing for sure, but when it comes to Barbos, he's looking for a really solid time. What's the time going to be? Is it going to be another 55-0 on his end?
Yep.
Oh, you bet it is. It's a 55-0-1, nearly a sub 55. Very, very close though. No safing on his end, safing on Voltais' end. That's a very good round.
Yep, that was indeed a very good round here. We see Barbos with another 55 low. Hasn't really reached the 50, or hasn't surpassed the 55 barrier just yet. I also thank you, Crosshairs, for the raid. I really appreciate that. You just shined in for high tier Trackmania action. We have the competition Premiership 23 Division 1 match between MnM 2 and Shift. And we have a good match. Shift is leading 1-0, and right now also leading by 2-0 in this sub match. In the 2v2, the 1v1 has been decided by, of course, I mean not of course, it was a good match between packs, and then also we also had our German player who was very, very strong on that one. It was, of course, Azox. I was just confused then with one player from the French region. But there we have it, as Kyoko drops down and makes that small mistake there by just releasing a bit. But it is Voltais versus Nawi, but it doesn't really matter who gets second. But it will be Nawi staying ahead. But a 55.01 again by Barbos. What a great time. Man, he's very consistent here, and his ending looks very strong. First and third will seal the deal and moves up the score to 3-0 in favor for Shift. They're looking very strong on this one.
Very, very strong on this one for Shift. And I mean, Barbos, this is 2 times in a row where he gets a 55.01. Last time he got a 0.11, and this time he gets a 0.18. So very consistent, as you say. Very strong performances out of him. Only one mistake, and that was in the first round. They still got a tie out of that one, or as you say, a draw. Or as the French say, they actually say draw as well, but they say it with a French accent, like I was saying earlier. So Barbos in the lead with Navi completing himself into the wall, right into the corner there. It's not looking too good for MnM. It's looking very solid for Shift. Almost as solid as that sign that Kyoko just found himself running into, as Barbos and Voltize 1 and 2 running away with this one with all the money in tow. It is 4-0. No way they throw this. Ain't no possible way. It is 4-0. 1 round away from a 2v2 victory.
Yeah, and this will be very important for them because that means that MnM has to win 2 3v3 matches here. I'm not sure how practiced they are on this one, on the maps, because we've seen different results or different skill levels on the 3v3 maps beforehand in the match. But let's go into this one. Of course, they still have to win. We have seen the clean sweep as well, so maybe it is something coming up, maybe a miracle, who knows that. But let's go into the round here because we have Nawi, who has to win this one in order to not force a tie. They need to bring themselves on the scoreboard. They cannot afford to get themselves another draw. Of course, it would be better than nothing. Yeah?
Yeah.
And let's go into the next round. And it is actually Kyoko overtaking. What happened there to Barbos? I was just swapping the camera here. And also to Voltize, who's very far behind. So it will be Kyoko and also Nawi in first and third. And this could be the first point for MnM if Nawi stays alive. He's 1.3 seconds ahead. Voltize comes closer. Will he force the tie? Also, Barbos not too far behind. Where should I focus on? I will focus on the battle for that third place. And Kyoko with a mistake, and he throws for skins. And this would have been it. But they decide to not take it. Kyoko with the ending fail. And 5-0 for Shift. So 2-0 is the total scoreline. Unfortunate. And guys, by the way, what is happening in chat here? What is happening in chat?
There's a small raffle. There's a small raffle.
Yeah, but I mean before, like with insulting, and I hope that you guys are just memeing around.
I think it's Scracken. They were memeing about bring on the Scracken and memes like that. Just pulling some links, you know, just having a little bit of fun.
He pulled an iBuy power. I like that humor, dude. I like that humor. Good focus.
Yeah, exactly. He pulled an iBuy power. Oh man, iBuy power back in 2014 is still one of the biggest memes. Throwing for skins is one of the most known esports.
People don't know that it's originating from that, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know.
Imagine, like, the stickers are just so expensive because of that.
Hey, think not just because of that, because of how good they look. And did you know that there's only 30 of them left?
Yeah, dude, it's incredible.
That's why they're like 50k now. Because there's only 30 left.
Dude, I remember
such a big demand.
I had those capsules back then, like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah. Who should have known? I think I have some Fnatic stickers on my AK default. Like they were like 70 euro or something.
No, they're not 70 euro anymore.
The default ones.
Yeah, the default ones. They're not 70 anymore.
Oh, but they used to be, right?
Yeah, it used to be. But right now it's closer to 500 each.
Copium.
Sorry to say, those capsules, by the way, they're worth 12,000 USD each.
Yeah, I know. But I think I have different ones. I have different ones, not the ones that like I know that I have a like Fnatic holo sticker that is worth something like that. But it's on my default one. But I have also one on, I think, my blue lemonade, or red lemonade, something like that.
I could check for you. I am a very big knowledgeable person on CS skins.
I used to be, but I'm a bit out of the loop. I just have like thousands of cases.
Well, those cases are actually worth a lot now.
I know.
If you think about it.
I know.
Some cases are over $1 now. Yep. Especially the old ones.
Yeah, and I bought them for 3 cents. Look at that.
Oh man, yeah, the big profits.
Yep.
Right. The CS market has just gone stonks.
I know. And I have 3,000 cases. Smiley face.
3,000 cases, jeez. Okay.
Oh no, 2,000 I have. I only have 2 storage units.
Okay. No, that's still pretty solid, especially Especially if you have a lot of the older ones. If you have any Bravo or Weapon Case 1, they're
Now I have
all
like
worth over $50.
Chroma and stuff. I have those.
Oh, even Chroma is worth 50 cents?
80,
Closer to
60,
$1?
70,
Yeah,
80, something like that. I'm not gonna sell them, guys. Just in an, you know, it will be like, nah, not like Bitcoin, but I'm not gonna go out of that and break even because
Yeah.
I don't need the money. You know, I'm just, it's
Not right
an
now.
investment.
You sell it when you need the money, right?
Yeah, but I
Maybe
have
you're
to,
gonna
I have
get
enough
yourself a
money
new PC.
that I never sell them. No, I'm just joking.
Hey, if you never sell them, at some point they will be worthless, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you might as well sell them at some point.
I'll sell them
But,
if I make like 5-digit profit.
You know what? That's a good point. I mean, you would have sold those Katowice stickers a long time ago had you
I think I
had
had,
you known how much they were going to be
I had a
worth.
Guardian sticker at some point, I think.
Oh man.
Like
Those are
this
worth a
player
lot, yeah.
sticker, and I just sold that for like €5 or €6 back then.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, but you know, you never know. You never know.
You never know. How were you supposed to know back
Probably
in
it's like
2014 that
500
those
now or
skins-
something. I don't
Right.
know. Like I don't care. It's money. Like who cares about that? Like the what if is always there, and I don't mind about that because you're always like boggling around. Like, oh, what if I have invested in Bitcoin, but no one or hardly anyone has? So who
Right.
cares? You know, it just happens. That
But
was
if
the right
people would
decision
have
back
done
then.
that more, right? Let's say we go back in time 10 years, right? Bitcoin wouldn't have exploded like it did because everyone would have been invested.
Yeah,
in it,
maybe.
Right. So same thing with CS:GO skins. The price would not be where it is because everyone would have bought more and invested more, which means there'd be more supply. Well, and while the demand would still be up, there'd be
Exactly.
so much supply that it would counteract the.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's always like the what if and blah, and if I had and blah. It's, you know, it's like
Yeah.
everyone is just making something out of that, even though you never know how this would have developed.
Don't put yourself down for something you could not have known in hindsight, right? There were so many skins that are now worth thousands of dollars that back when 5 years ago they came out, or 9 years ago when they came out,
Yeah,
they
thought
were
about that.
They were the price of a Steam game. Nowadays they're the price of half a house, right?
Yeah.
Like how could you have known that they would be half a house for some of these skins? You know.
And
no
where do you
one-
get that other half?
Oh, well, it's because you have 2 of them, right?
Yeah, okay,
So
okay.
Then you have your full house.
Yeah. Okay, fair then. But let's focus on the match here. I mean, CS:GO
Yeah,
skins is definitely a very, very cool and nice topic. But I think, you know, we're just gonna leave that to it now because we have the 3v3s coming up, which are worth 2 points. So right now it is shift leading 2-0, and we have the 3v3 map that we're gonna see is this one. It's a map by Plata or by Simtech TM, which is called Blue Fire. World record is by Maui of 56.26. Was very correct on this one, and we're gonna start point with a 7 tennis mode enabled, so a team has to win with a 2-point discrepancy up to the other team, and the winner of this match gets 2 points. So it can either be a 2-2 or a 4-0, and let's go into the first round. Take it all. We have Zyro, Vake, and Min.
What? I think Min just got WR.
Did he?
He got a 56.60.
No, 52.2 is world record.
Oh, okay. Wait, 52.2.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm blind. Never mind. Is sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Let me do this one, all right? Barbos with Min right now in the lead. Nurovsky is in 3rd position, fighting with Zero for the last podium position. Ratchet finds himself in 5th position, wants to overtake both Zero and Nurovsky, but Nurovsky will do it for him as he overtakes himself into the pole. Barbos in the lead now with Min right behind, Zero in 3rd, and with VQ in 5th. That is going to be a win. Min 0, VQ 235. That is more than enough to win with 11 points.
Yep, 11-10 on the dot, so that's what they are in need of. And the first point for MnM, so a good start. And it's definitely a sick lineup. What did I want to say? I wanted to say something here. I kind of forgot, but hey, then it's not that important. But let's go into the second round. So point number 7, as I said. And let's take a look how Ratchet, Nurovsky, and Barbos will deal with that after losing it by 1 point. Fake and also Min are playing for MnM. And then we also have, there he is, Zyro. Yeah, a good guy, a very good tech player as well. Met him in real life already. He's a very chill guy. And Vake with a mistake, can he even make that speed check? He cannot. And Vake with that DNFing the round. Ratchet and Barbos in first and second. Ratchet, who also played for MnM in the past, but now plays for Team Shift together with his friends. Probably is right now leading the race. Also a good line there from Ratchet, who goes for a very early slide. Barbos with more speed, Ratchet falling a bit behind, but it will be enough for them to win the round, because Min and Zyro cannot have a saying against those times from Barbos and Ratchet. Min even with a mistake, and Barbos will take it here with a 56.62. That is a very good time.
Yeah, oh man, these Germans are really strong when it comes down to it. But there are other players that are not German on Shift, such as Nurovsky, who, I mean, he's good in his own right, and he allows them to play quite well, though despite that fact, they do win that second round. They did lose the first one, so keep that in mind. We are tied at 1, but there are more to come, more rounds, and if we are tied at 6 by the end of round number 12, we will go to tennis mode as Barbos clips into the wall there. That will allow Zero, Min, and Vake to get themselves an ace in the moment. Oh, there's a small clip there. I don't even know what he is slowed down on. Vake is in the lead now with Ratchet and Nurovsky right behind. It is a 2v2 at the current moment. Barbos is in 5th, making the difference, but that difference no longer means anything as Vake has hit the wall. Ratchet and Nurovsky 1 and 2, and this should be quite easy as Barbos overtakes for 4th position on Vake. And that should be easy, does it, and done. 1-2 for Shift. In fact, it's an ace, with Barbos coming in 3rd. Min even hitting the wall as well as Vake. That's a good round all around for Shift. And MnM crumbling at the seams.
Yeah, Ratchet and Nurovsky, the only players who didn't really make a mistake there. So everyone has kind of died in this round. And we have the second point for Team Shift after a good start from MnM. They're falling a bit behind. But let's go into the next one. We have the first casualty already. Actually, 2, Zero and also Nurovsky with mistakes. And they will be out on those rounds for the battle for the top 4 positions. Barbos, Vake, Ratchet, and also Min are left there. You don't want to hit there because then you cannot make that speed check. Ratchet makes that mistake there and is actually dead. So this looks very promising for MnM Gaming, as they are in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position because Nurovsky and also Ratchet have made that mistake. Barbos on P1, but good line from Vake here, who comes a bit closer towards Barbos, but Barbos with a great line there into the lead he goes. Also very risky stuff over that one. You don't want to lose the grip, and Barbos is going to win this one. But it doesn't matter because his teammates are so far behind. Never mind, actually. Where is Zyro? Okay, he's on P4. I just wanted to check, and they will take it. So the score is tied up again, 2-2.
Well done by MnM to come back into this one. A 2-3-4 will win them the round. Min, Zero, and Vake. This time, not as many mistakes. They do make some, but they are livable mistakes, for sure. Hopefully we'll see a more tight round this time around. No mistakes from either team would be pretty sick, to be fair. Or a round where everyone makes a mistake. That would also be pretty fun, to be fair. As Barbos in the lead with Vake right behind. Nurovsky trying to catch up in the last podium position right now. And he'll take the lead with a much shorter line up into that corner. That's very well done by him. But Zero and Vake will overtake him for the moment being. Barbos also comes back into it. Oh, that is Vake who sends himself to the Shadow Realm. He hits the wall, and that is all of MnM practically gone. Min is the only one left to fight off against the ace of Shift right here, and the shifting ace. Oh, that is Ratchet going the long way around, so that ace is kind of ruined because Min is now in 3rd position. Can he save it? Oh, yes, he can. He'll get 3rd, so ruins the ace, but it is still another win for Shift, and it's 3-2.
And also a good time from Barbos here, 0.7, just really showing that he is maybe the fastest player here on the track. He also has the 3rd world record on this one with a 56.322 out of Ratchet, who has world record number 4. Nurovsky, 8th world record. Damn, that is just very nice. Then I see Min on the top 14, who is of course playing right now. He has a 56.47. And let's go into the next one. Let's go into the next round. We still have a very close scoreline concerning the times here, but look at the line from Barbos, just superbly well executed by the German shift player, but makes that mistake, so the jinx there is working out, even though I didn't want to do that, and he hasn't cleared that speed check. First and second though for Team Shift. Ratchet and Nerovsky are holding strong and can make up for that mistake from Barbos, as Nerovsky didn't get the best time. Zyro comes a bit closer though, but first and third would still mean a tied round, but not first and fifth, because Nerovsky has made that mistake. That is quite unfortunate. Zyro and Min now in second and third place, and they will get themselves another point if everyone finishes. Yep, Vig finishes on P5, and Nerovsky makes that mistake, and thus the point goes to MnM. Damn, and we definitely have a close match yet again here.
Yes, another close one, kind of like the 1v1, except with a lot more mistakes on this blue fire map. This one is definitely lighting a fire on these players. It's causing some tire blowouts, that's for sure, as these players, they're playing nicely. They've got some nice times when they do finish the map, but these rounds are plagued with lots and lots of mistakes, though it does happen, because you want to be as fast as you can. You need to leave everything on the table, and sometimes that also means leaving some paint scraped on the walls, as Vake just shows us there. He was in the lead. He needed to push because he saw Ratchet coming very, very close to him, wanting to take that lead away, and, well, he'll give it straight over to him. Zero, too far behind to overtake Nerovsky, who takes the risky path, but Ratchet does not take the risky path. Bars, yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to necessarily, right? Because even if Zero does overtake him, which he does, right? Zero does take second place. What's that going to do, right? Because they've got Barbos right there with them, and Min is nearly a full second behind, right? So why do risk when you can just safe it and ensure a victory? It makes sense. It actually makes a lot of sense from Ratchet.
Mario's 5 save indeed, and he gets it. Min with a mistake, as well as Ratchet now, after going for that save approach there. So now they have a fight for that 5th place. So 2 players have made mistakes already, so we are left aside with a 2v2 Vake, and then also Zyro versus Barbos and Nerovsky. You have a very good apex there again. Just can't steer very early to the right and travel less distance. Barbos also not making a mistake. Had to release a bit by the looks of it, but still is able to survive in this one. Zyro with a great line. They're getting himself so much speed out of that corner, but Nerovsky is still holding strong, as well as Barbos. They have on a very good run here. This could be another good 56 time, maybe even a 56 mid in this regard, as they are still not slowing down and holding strong. But look at that. It is Nerovsky with a mistake, and now looks very, very much the opposite than just 2 turns beforehand, as Zyro maybe can overtake Barbos, and yes he will with a .725. What a great ending, but the top 4 is red. It is 1, 3, and 4 for MnM, and they take home the 4th point, and it's tied up again.
Very, very wonderful round there, and that's so tight. Not a lot of mistakes on the side of MnM there. Ratchet and Nerovsky finding themselves into the walls by virtue of some mistakes. I mean, you can't really blame them for making mistakes every now and then, right? But it just every round, that's when you start raising an eyebrow for sure. We're tied at 4 now, and pretty much tennis mode has practically been activated since the first round, right? Where it's just going back and forth, and we could see this happening this round here. Who will take a 5-4 lead? Will it be a Shift, or will it be MnM? Right now it is Shift who are up 1 and 2, but Min and Zyro are right there with them, and Nerovsky joining into the fray as well. It is a 3v2 situation for Shift, but MnM could easily 1-3 this and win the round, but no, that is Min. He clips into one of the holes, and Zyro is all alone in this fight here for the top. Vake is too far in behind. Everyone with some very solid, nice times. Had Min not crashed, we could have seen everyone with 56s, and this round win for Shift.
Yeah, that was really a victory that they have worked for. Every player surviving besides Min. And that was a very nice round to spectate. MnM 2 is giving all that they got there, but it wasn't quite enough. And look at that, now Vake with a mistake, 5-4 for Shift. If they will win this round, or if they win this round, they will activate the match point for at least one round after that. So for at least 2 rounds, because Tennis Mode will be enabled if the scoreline is 6-6. But let's go ahead. Nurovsky and Barbos with a great start. Vake is of course behind. Also Ratchet looking very strong. 1, 2, and 3 for Team Shift. And they can win it here and go into the match point situation. 4-0 would actually not be the score that displays this match, if you ask me. More like a 2-2. But right now MnM just not winning those decisive rounds that Shift is just having a cool head in. And Barbos and Nurovsky will take it ahead of Ratchet. What time will Barbos do? A 6x or a 7x? It will be a .529.
And imagine that would have been a .4 if he didn't clip at the end there.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Those are some sick times. Those are world record hunt times that they just did. Right?
Yes.
Those are high leaderboard times. Those are absolutely sick from both Barbos and Neuro. Imagine though, Barbos would have gotten a .4 for sure if he didn't clip there, because he was quite far ahead. That was very, very well done by them. And now they have a 6-4 lead. I do want to say though, remember, even though it is, if they do win this round, it will be 4-0. Don't forget during the 2v2 it was a 5-0 win, even though the 1v1 was very close. I would say right now though, that Shift played very well on Blue Fire, and if MnM can come back, they definitely deserve that win as well. Right now, Ratchet and Nurovsky 1 and 2, but Ratchet is somewhat slow heading into that corner, and so Min is right inside of Ratchet. He wants to overtake Ratchet. He's so close to it, and in fact, the wall will do the overtake for Min. And so Min is now in second position with Vacu right behind. Nurovsky will win the round with another 56. Barbos in fourth, but Zero getting fifth wins the round for MnM. They're still alive. It's 6-5. And if MnM win this next round, we're going into tennis mode.
You know, there's one small line that MnM has to grab, and they just grabbed it in this round. They are barely alive in this match. It's 6-5, and they have to win this one to enable tennis mode. Tennis mode means that a team can only win with a 2 points discrepancy. So in this case, 8-6, 9-7, 10-8, 11-9. You get the gist out of that, but it's looking very good for the team that is leading right now. Shift 6-5. They have to win this one, else the momentum will not be on their side. But look at that. We have Ratchet making a small mistake there by overdrifting a little bit, and is 0.8 away. Vake, Min, and also Zyro are pushing it, but Barbos and Nurovsky are so far ahead and are doing a great job. Vake looking good, but look at the speed from Nurovsky accumulated. He also a very good approach, but he clips, and this could be the 6-6 and the tied up scoreboard again. We are playing tennis mode, ladies and gentlemen. Vake also surviving the ending. 2, 3, and 4 for MnM.
Barbos!
And there we have it. And a .52 by Barbos is indeed a very nice time, which is, to give you guys a perspective, only .25 away from the world record. So 6-6, no winner has been there yet. And can MnM do the unthinkable and take the momentum with them after winning 2 rounds in a row?
Oh man, that would be quite the comeback from them. It was a tight game all the way up until it was 4-4, and then 2 round wins in a row for Shift allowed them to get themselves up 6-4, and now 2 answered back rounds from MnM. It's now tied at 6, ladies and gentlemen. Tennis mode is now on, which means you need to win 2 or 3 rounds in a row, depending on what situation you are in, to win the map and the match, because right now, if it is going the way of Shift, then it's going to be 4-0 for them. If MnM win this, it will be 2-2 heading on to the last map of Javisto, as Barbos takes the lead and has a nice one over Vake, as Nurovsky right in second place. Barbos goes wide, and so Vake has a nice lead of his own. He'll now win this round, but his team will lose it as Ratchet comes in fourth. A 2-3-4 for Shift allows it to be 7-6. And Barbos has no idea how they won this one.
So Min with a mistake, but also Zyro was not able to clear that speed check where he has made a mistake. So again, a match point situation for Team Shift. Round number 14. Will we find a winner in this round or not? Or will it be MnM again gatekeeping the point and go into tennis mode again. It's the match point. Ratchet Barbos with a great start. Nerovsky also not too far behind. Then there's Vake, who can also make some damage here. And look at the start here also from Min, looking very strong. Zyro has already made that mistake. That is quite unfortunate. Barbos and Ratchet now leading the race. Great line from Barbos here as well, gathering so much more speed compared to Ratchet, and also a good approach in this sector. So it's very close, 200th of a second between the teammates, between the German friends, you can say like that. And also Nerovsky is not too far behind, so this could be over and out. This could be lights out for MnM 2 if they are not pushing it, or if Shift is not making mistakes. This is not the case. Vake is making that mistake, and this will be the GG. 4-0 for Shift. MnM is getting defeated, but what a great match that was. A point 46 by Barbos. What a time, dude. Ratchet just behind that with a point 57. Wow, what a great match that was. And it is Shift eventually taking it, but quite undeserved in that, yeah, with 4-0, I would say like 3-1 or 2-2 would have been a better scoreline even.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, 2 matches have been so tight so far, and I think it's very well deserved by Shift that they've won all 3 of them so far. The 2v2 was definitely in their favor, right? Once they used Pex for the 1v1 on MnM's side, they didn't really have the speed anymore for the 2v2. That's what we talked about, right? Don't use your best player in the 1v1 because then you have a good chance of losing the 2v2. And I think that's exactly what happened, where the 1v1 was very tight, but they would have lost the 1v1, I think, if they used anyone else. But in the 2v2, they would have had a good chance at actually winning, yeah, had they had Pex for Hard Dance. So let's see what happens now on Havisto on the last map, because it still needs to be played despite the fact that Shift have already won.
Yep, Havisto will be played by Halv, and Mephisto is the map. 1-3-3 will be played as well under the same rule set, only the fact that Shift has already won the match 4-0, and it can be either 4-2 or 6-0 at the end. Whew, man, it's so exhausting actually to cast right now, if you ask me. It's so exhausting today.
Oh man, I mean, it's exhausting for me too. I woke up at 7 for the first cast. Don't forget, this morning for BIPC. So I woke up, immediately went to go cast, and I've only eaten in that 30-minute time span between BIPC ending and CPS starting. That's the only time I've gone out of my room, other than on really small breaks to go get water and tea, because I need to be British for a bit.
British. So I'm
British.
casting till, or since 13,
Yeah,
14, 15, 16.
And what time is it for you? It's 10 now, almost?
Yeah, 10, this 10.
Yes. So we've been casting for the same amount of time, because your 13 is my 7.
Yeah.
So we're both on practically the same amount of time.
Whew.
We're both starting to get tired, but this is how you get a job, right? This is how we roll. This is how you get endurance.
Endurance. That's what he said. What?
Listen, I could talk all day, right? It's just that my own throat will eventually make me shut up.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I mean, I'm kind of used to that because, you know, I'm right now not talking that loud anymore. Because I just know that if I talk more and louder, that my voice will die tomorrow if I scream or something like that, you know?
This is the nice little thing about me not needing to worry about streaming. Ooh, what's happened?
Wait, you have 13 cats?
Yeah, I have 13 cats.
The fuck, dude?
Yeah, I have 13 cats. So what happened was I had 2 cats 3 years ago, and what happened was that one of them had to be put down because he had cancer, and so we were like, oh, we can't leave the other cat alone, so we got a new one. And then my mom's like, oh, I found this really cute cat here, and so she got another one, and then another one. And,
oh god.
And pretty much every month we got a new cat. So now we're at 13.
Not like medals that you obtain, you get cats every month.
Yeah, exactly. I've not harvested. That sounds so wrong.
That sounds very wrong.
It sounds very wrong, but I have so many cats, man. I have one cat who likes being my scarf. She just sleeps on my shoulders. I have another cat who absolutely only wants to be pat on the head. I have a cat with ADHD who runs everywhere and doesn't sleep. She just can't sit still, so I can't pat her for more than 5 seconds because all she does is roll and then run. It's amazing.
Dude, but cats are cool. But 13 cats, dude, like that's something that I've not heard before.
Listen, if you have cat allergies, right, just come over to my place, bring in like 50 EpiPens, and after a week you should be good. You won't be allergic anymore.
I actually used to be allergic against cats.
Really?
Yeah.
Not anymore. The cat hair, I'm guessing.
Yeah, cat hair.
How'd that end up working out? Did you get a cat and you just got used to it after a while?
Nah, I think I just didn't really see cats anymore. I don't know. I just went away, and I now have new allergies against cherries and apple.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me about those fruits with pits in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks because apricot is like one of my favorite fruits, and you can't have it.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm brave enough to eat it.
I mean, if you have an EpiPen nearby, right? You could just.
No, I don't care about that. I just stand out the pain.
Okay.
I'm a Giga Chad. You know, I'm casting pack. I'm used to those things. Stone fruits, exactly.
Yeah, stone fruits. There you go.
Yeah, I think we are starting now, actually.
Yeah. So, these guys are about to get ready. The players are in their respective teams, and is it going to be a full Asian team on the side of MnM for this map?
Well, I mean,
is Pex not actually Japanese? Okay.
He's not.
Sag.
He's Portuguese, I think.
Okay. That would be funny though if he actually was, because that would be a full Asian squad. Because Min and Chung are from.
Who's Chung TM, dude?
You've never heard of Chung?
No. Chung Nuts or? He has one royal victory.
He's got some pretty hung nuts. That's to be fair, yeah. But
Jing Chang Chung.
Oh, come on, don't be like that now. You'll hurt the guy's feelings.
Okay,
He'll show you who he is. He'll show you who he is.
Okay, right? He will redeem himself.
He'll redeem himself. He'll show you just how good he is, as good lucks are in chat and the have funs are going to be had. Let's see what Chung, Pex, and Min can do on this map here. Is Min actually here? Yeah, okay. Peems, not Min. As Barbos and Ratchet are 1 and 2. Azox is actually in 3rd as well. So it's an ace for Team Shift at the current moment. Katsumi, aka Pex, is in 4th with Chung in 5th place as Pex overtakes. He's on the 2nd podium position right now. Barbos goes a little bit wide. He's going to lose a little bit of speed. His lead has been cut by quite a bit. Azox tries to keep up with Pex, but can't do it like he did in the 1v1. He'll get a slowdown as he hits the wall. Barbos now has the small lead with Pex just behind. He goes slightly wide. He can't even finish. Oh, and he's turtled. Oh, that's unfortunate. Do they even lose the round because of that? Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah, what?
Oh, no, that's so terrible. They've lost the round because of a small mistake. He tried so hard, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Okay, so Shung plays Mouse Cam 3. Let's spectate the Mouse Cam 3 player then.
Mouse Cam 3? If that's true, that is nuts.
So he's playing mouse with, like, moving. So he moves his mouse probably, because the inputs are like, you know, you see the inputs are like, suck, suck. Interesting. He clicks, but how has a clicking smooth inputs? That makes no sense. Or maybe just a visual bug. I don't know. Maybe just a visual bug. As Barbos and Azox are in 1st and 2nd. Shung and also Peems are behind. Who's playing here, of course. Has the OrgsGP tag but plays for MnM. And then we also have Pex, who's on P5, but Barbos and Azox looking strong to take home the first point for Team Shift. Barbos also on a good time. The world record here is a 53.57, and Barbos just does a 0.8. Why not?
Why not? 0.84, pretty good, pretty solid. Getting himself in 1st. Azox gets 2nd place, so a 1-2 for his team. We're tied at 1 now after the unfortunate events that happened in the 1st round. We get ourselves a tied game once again. Now, MnM don't want to go down 0-6 once again, right? Because they lost both their games 0-6 last week, so they don't want to lose another one 0-6, right? They'd be 0-18 unless they already played a game earlier before this one, and Did they win that one or did they lose it? We don't know. I actually haven't checked, so maybe I could go check the next round, the spreadsheet, as this one is underway. Barbos in the lead once again, as well. That's something we've said a lot, right? Barbos in the lead. He's found himself very often up there. Ratchet right next to him, but so is Pex. There's been a mistake on the side of Azox once again, another clip. And so Pex right now fighting himself on the podium position. Chung in 4th position, wanting that last podium position for himself. And Peems fighting himself on 5th. Right now, 3, 4, and 5 for MnM. Won't be enough. Can Ratchet or Barbos make a mistake? No. And so it is a win for Shift once again with a 1-2.
Yeah, Shung makes that mistake, unfortunately. So 1, 2, and 5 for Team Shift, and they'll take that second point. Ratchet with a 53.94. So that's also not a bad time, if I do say so myself. And let's go to the next one, 2-1 in favor for Team Shift. Will there be another 6-0? I mean, those 6-0s would not feel right today, actually. The matches have been so close. And that is quite unfortunate. But let's take a look onto Shung. If he is right now on that last position, Peems also not having the best start here. And then there's Pex, who's a little bit further ahead. But right now, 1, 2, and 3 for Team Shift. Barbos and Ratchet are just ahead of Azox. So the 3 German friends are doing a great job. Azox so close there to the wall, so not really getting too much speed here. So that is not looking too good for him considering the speed, but he still stays alive, and that's what is important. Even though he's on P number 5, Ratchet and Barbos will win this round. Azox drops down to P6. What time will that be from Barbos? Maybe a 0.87x by the looks of it. Yes, a 0.77. Let's go. I can predict times. Great time here from Barbos again. That is a 0.2 by the dot away from the world record. Very nice time. And the 3rd point for Team Shift.
And Shift looking very solid indeed after a little bit of a slow start on the first one. But yeah, Peems, Chung, and Pex working together here is not working out exactly as planned. Will MnM go down 0-6? That would be quite a travesty, honestly. And I've not checked. I could not find what their other match was, if they won it or not. But oh no, that's Pex finding himself in the dirt. And he'll be not in last, surprisingly. He's somehow not in last. It seems like... Oh no, he is in last. He is dead last. He's so far behind, though, that that he's not even on the map. So that is an F. Ratchet, Barbos, and Azox 1, 2, and 3, though. They find themselves in an ace position with Chung and Peems very, very far behind. And this team ace looking strong as ever. And nearly all 3 of them getting a 53, except for Azox. Kick him off. He can't even get 53, man.
Yeah, well, what a bad player, man. Azox.
What a bad player. He
Yeah,
can't even get 53.
Not even a sub 53 here. So Azox only with 4 points. I would bench him, you know. Not even being the third seeded player. We have Pex being ahead of him. My God. Of course, great performance here from Team Shift. 4-1, very nice performance on this map in particular, and also on the previous maps, of course, as well. And let's go into the next one, as we have Azox and Barbos on 1st and 2nd, again getting a great start. So maybe Azox has heard us and he wants to redeem himself and dropping a 53 in this round. Maybe as Barbos comes close, but Azox so close there to the wall, gathering just so much more speed. Chung has made that mistake. Ratchet also dead, but able to finish. And we have a good fight between the 4 remaining players, even though Peems and also Pex are not too far in the mix. We see 2 mistakes in that corner. We see only Barbos and Katsumi, aka Pex, being left alive. And Barbos will also be dead here, as I was seeing that beforehand. I just was enabling my sense there and seeing that Barbos makes that mistake and already starting the sentence. That was 5 head, and all of a sudden it is Katsumi winning it, Azox on 2nd, Chung on 3rd, and this will be the point for MnM. Unless everyone finishes. No, wait, it's a tie. Because
yeah, it is a tie.
Teams cannot finish.
Oh no, that is so rare in 3v3 where you'll find a tie. But a 1-3 and DNF will get you a tie.
Yep.
What else will get you a tie? You need 5 points, so a 2-3-5 obviously will get you.
Or like 1-4
to
DNFs.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that, but not more than that. Only 1-3.
Extremely rare circumstances.
Yeah. But they happen. They occur sometimes.
They happen. Yeah, especially in matchmaking, right? But
Yep.
at this level in League 1, a DNF is very rare. You need to fall off the map to fully DNF, especially with the 15-second cooldown at the end. And getting last place, while that does sound really dumb to do, listen, sometimes it does actually help you, especially if you are in a 1-3 position. Ratchet, Barbos, and Azox, though, 1, 2, and 3. Will Azox get himself a 53 this time, or will he be once again the only one with a 54? I mean, Ratchet right now going on a clear run, a nice 53 on his end. And that would have been even faster if he didn't finish with a little bit of a bonk there, but a 53.71 is a very nice time out of him. That's the fastest time I think we've seen today on this map.
Yep, and that is equivalent to the 9th world record, 10th world record.
Whew,
Gaming.
what a nice time.
Ratchet was 600th away from his PB here. So great time from the German player who has been nominated as Casual Player of the Year 2021. And he definitely shows us why. Very nice performance from Ratchet here. And they are just continuing. 5-1 is the scoreline. So MnM cannot really keep up with the pace. Azox, Barbos, and also Ratchet are not slowing down. That is very nice to see that they are performing like that. Shift is on a roll and they are playing very, very good. And Ratchet and Barbos are not surviving here. We see so many mistakes in that corner. We see Pex and also Ratchet with a mistake. And then there's Azox and Barbos left alive. But first and second would be enough for them to take it. And this looks to be Azox will drop that 53 time now, unless he makes that mistake, but he doesn't. At 53.99, barely enough. And Ratchet actually gets 3rd position because everyone has kind of made that mistake. So this is now the map point and could be the last round of this evening.
Oh man, could we see this as the last round? Will we get a Brazil for the last one here, right? We haven't had a Brazil today. A 7-1 would be quite the final map scoreline to have, as we are set off on what could be the final round, ladies and gentlemen. Could MnM make a massive comeback here in this best of 7 here, or could they get themselves all the way down to a 7-1? It is currently a 2v2 situation, as Barbos and Ratchet are the only two still alive. Azox has full crash. Chung is right behind them, but Hex has gotten into some big trouble. And of course you also have Beams, who's really fallen down in the order. Azox is not full dead, but he's so far behind he might as well be. Chung is currently in 2nd place, having overtaken Ratchet, and Peaks trying to overtake Ratchet. It's actually going to be really close here. If Pex overtakes Ratchet, it is over here, and there's going to be no... Oh, yes, that is a round. That is a win for Shift. I was trying to do the math. My brain is cooked after so many hours of casting. I started at 7 this morning, man. 9 hours of casting non-stop, and that is it. What a great performance. And we finish on a Brazil. Beautifully done.
Yep. Beautifully done. Guys, that is a wrap. After a very intense day of casting, it's now over. 12?
Oh, wow.
11 hours? No, wait, 9 hours of casting.
9 hours, yeah, 9 hours.